Awesome.
Right.
Hello everybody, and welcome to episode 5 of the podcast. My Legos are running away. I gotta go get them. David, take over.
I think my cat just ate my socks, actually.
Oh dear. Episode 5. Who would have thought we would have made it this long? That is unbelievable.
Who would have thunk?
Alright,
And,
I got my Legos.
Guys, gals, and non-binary pals, I have a new microphone, meaning I no longer have to be turned up.
You can hear his smooth, sexy voice from a mile away.
I can hear the beard mustache rubbing against the microphone.
Oh yeah.
What are we going to talk about today, fellas?
Wait, we got a fucking guest. I thought you...
We do have a guest.
Yeah.
Would you introduce yourself, guest?
Hello, I am Dan. I know Omni. I know Math, David, and Logan from previous servers, and Jake, I believe it is. I've never met him before.
This is Dan the Man, top screamer of our group, and also renowned homosexual.
Renowned. That's cool. That's the new one.
It is the best thing we have.
At last, diversity.
What we've all been striving for.
You can say at last diversity, but we all know you've been closeted this whole time, Math.
Nah, fuck you.
Speaking of
You
which,
can't
I'd like
hide
to
it.
introduce Dan as the hunter, the man looking for Bussy, specifically Matt's Bussy.
looking for booty.
No, why you gotta fucking... No. No, good
There is
lord.
an ever going hunt for Dan to New Zealand. He will get deployed there one day.
I'm not getting deployed there. I said I'm going to take leave there.
He's gonna vacation in New Zealand and knock on some houses and get some information.
I come looking for a hobbit booty.
In fairness, there's only 5 people who live in New Zealand. He is not gonna have any trouble.
It is fair.
You're saying it's easy. Okay. Duly noted.
Oh, fuck.
Duly noted.
I just walk into these, don't I?
In episode 2, we said this was going to be a drinking episode, but it isn't.
We
So
lied
we'll
to
set
you.
it- We lied to you. Not sorry about it.
Yeah.
Episode 10 will be a drinking episode. I promise.
Hold on, gentlemen. I'll be right back.
Fair enough. All right, fellas.
Well,
What are the worst names to name your kid?
how about mine for a start?
Jeff.
Math?
Yeah.
That was a question I wanted to ask you. Is Math a common name in New Zealand?
No, it's not even a New Zealand name. It's from Wales.
Oh.
My
To be
grandma's...
honest, they're the exact same to me.
My grandma was Welsh. Was Welsh.
Weish.
Yeah, fuck. One sec. I'm just gonna pull up how many people in Wales are named Math. Who the fuck is Mathfab Fuck! Mathfab Mathonry.
You could be like the only person ever named Math.
I
never
might as
seen
well
anyone
be.
called Math.
There used to be... there was a, Alright, well, etymology. The name Math is thought to derive from the Proto-Celtic matu, meaning good or fortunate, but also being a euphemism for a bear. So my name means good bear or something? Or fortunate bear?
Huh.
That's something.
You're not a bear though. You're still a twink.
Nah, fuck.
Veronica is fortunate bear, but you're a twink.
Yeah, this is, I'm laying down my ancestors here.
Wait, we have determined that Math is actually a femboy in the closet. Are we wrong?
Well, okay, if you look at the very first VC podcast references we have, it's literally him in a maid outfit dancing. So I don't know if he's in the closet anymore. I think he's just
Yeah,
full blown.
I was gonna say that was also referenced in the first episode within
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Yeah, we had already established that
In
he's
fairness,
our
I had a beard, so you could tell it was ironic.
I can pull up an entire video that breaks down femboys, and she does mention that the bearded macho man wearing a skirt is just as much a femboy as the tiny wayfish one.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Moving the fuck on. I looked up on this website which lets you find out how many people are called a name. Apparently 2 men have Math as a first name, and a total of 5 men have Math as a first name, or something. Wait, this is just Swedish statistics. So
Swedish statistics.
So 5 Swedish
lovely.
men have math.
Do New Zealand next.
This is another website that might be more helpful. Find people. No, do I have to find people from?
All right.
How
down.
many of me?
We'll roll back to you. I looked up the 100 worst baby names parents have ever picked, and number 1 on the list is ABCDE.
No way have people actually called their kids that.
I guess it's pronounced ABCD, ABCD, but
obesity.
Obesity the kid.
Oh
another
my
one
God.
is.
That
Another
sounds
one
like
is-
that sounds like some fat cowboy. Obesity the kid.
Obesity the kid.
Yeah.
The next one is Alpha
You don't
Beta.
need to be the fastest draw when the bullet can't hurt you.
The next one.
Jackson, that makes sense.
Yeah.
The next one fills in our Kanye conversation perfectly. Alpha Beta. Oh my! This one's a 40K reference straight out of the Orcs. Air Rekka.
Wait. Erica.
Erica. It's Erica, but it's spelled entirely phonetic.
It's spelled AIRWRECKA.
Huh, at least
So
you
it's
know.
just spelled Air Rekka.
If there was ever a female orc, we would know what they were called.
All right, boys.
Well, I mean,
Erica.
the thing
War
is,
boss
it even-
Air Rekka owns the skies.
Yeah, it doesn't even have to be a female orc.
Ah, true. Wait, what was I going to find?
This one's awful. It's just arson.
Arson.
Ma'am.
These
No, I've got a perfect joke for this. Hear me out. Ma'am, your son set fire to the school. Arson? Yes, your son.
stupid.
Okay.
I hate that.
Why do I feel like that was a Leslie Nielsen joke?
It probably was. I
I
didn't
think
know.
this one's my favorite. Brick. Brick.
He built like a brick shithouse.
Can we just
This
have...
is cousin Concrete.
Actually, here's a worse name you would name your kid.
And his
I'm
brother Stone.
just going to post in podcast references because there's no way I'm going to pronounce this shit. It's Elon Musk's kid, by the way. I'm sure you all know what they called him. Yeah.
Oh, wasn't it stated that it's actually pronounced like Nick or something?
It's like Kyle.
Or, yeah, like Kyle. Yep. What? Think Nick.
Good God.
But
Shakesy. But his name Kyle.
yeah, super goofy. I'm gonna rapid fire these names. There's Blue Jeans, Burger, Candida, Carrion, Chaos, Custard.
Chaos is
Denim,
a cool name, to be fair.
Dorcas, Drug, Espen. But
Okay,
it's
whoa,
ESPN.
okay. You can't rapid fire these if the name fucking Dorcas is in there.
Dorcas.
I would like to there's a guy called there was a guy called Candido Camero who was a Cuban musician. That kind of makes sense as a Spanish name. I'm pretty sure there's a pro wrestler called Chris Candido, but that was his last name, so don't know if that counts.
And see, when you first asked this question of what are some of the worst names, I didn't think of any of these weird ones. I just thought of people that take like common names and just completely butcher their spelling.
Oh,
God.
like Kayla, and it ends up having like 3 E's, and I, and H, and
Yeah.
all these other letters in there.
Fuck, I remember
Yeah.
seeing this picture of in this magazine. Something it was like a picture of a magazine, and it was like it's talking about how their daughter was named Caitlin, but instead of like the 8 bit, they took the Roman numeral of 8 and put that in instead. So it's Caitlin, but the way it's spelt is Kavii, then Lynn or something like that.
Oh, it's awful.
That is atrocious.
Dan, is your real name Dan?
No, it's my middle name. My first name is Maurice.
Oh, yeah, that's
Maurice.
I just
What are
went
you?
with Dan because this is esoteric knowledge. I just went with Dan because I thought it was cool at the time.
Then
And
it's
we're talking like
Some people call me Mori. Hey, I'm trying to find that one post
Maurice,
about
Maurice,
Hobbit names.
I can't
names.
move it no anymore.
Maurice, Motrek the fucking car. I cannot move it anymore. Maurice.
There's this one post is like hobbits. It's like, oh yeah, my daughter's like, I can't even remember what it was, but they were just all nice names. And it's like, oh, and here are my songs, Bongwater and Doinkus.
Bongwater and Doinkus.
This is the way that Tolkien intended.
Because I mean, if you look at all the other hobbits, like all the female hobbits have like really nice names, and then you have Frodo, Merry, and Pippin, and Bilbo. The only one that has a normal name is Sam.
Actually, his full name's Samwise.
Exactly, but that still sounds nicer than fucking Bilbo.
My name is Dildo Swaggins. That's perfect.
It's like it's that old comic of Santa walking into the shop. So, how's those Bilbos coming? This one over here's already finished all his Gandalfs.
Oh no.
He looks down at the dick in his hand.
Just some esoteric knowledge to the other channel we're in. Dale's name is not Dale.
No, that's his middle name.
Oh.
I know his real name.
Grail.
I feel like if we say it, we'll summon him, and
I'll say it. I'll say it another time. But
fair enough.
as for now,
What, the other time when we actually get him as a guest on here, which is a bad idea.
we will
It's a
get him as
terrible
a
idea.
guest. Even if he only says one word and I have to bleep everything else out he says, I want him as a guest.
I dread for our future. Actually, speaking of Lord of the Rings, I saw a Twitter post that actually made me think a bit, and it was like how like there's like only actually one scene where like two of the women characters interact, and that's like what's her name, Eowyn, and that little girl who comes from that burning village, and it's like, where's Mummy? And she just shushes him. And that's like the only time in Lord of the Rings where like two girls actually speak.
Huh.
Yeah, I mean I didn't really look much deeper into it because like I was like,
I mean,
okay.
There's also the fact that
Please say the Legolas one.
What?
Oh, Legolas only says one thing to Frodo ever.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
And
say.
it's-
Is
yeah, you have my
Legolas
bow,
only
that's-
speaks directly to Frodo one time,
It's
and that's
is
when he
true.
says, "You have my bow."
Yeah. So
It's
yeah,
just
it's
so
just
funny.
yeah, but now when I saw it, I was like, I can't
don't
stop thinking
forget the
about
second
it.
part, which is when Frodo wakes up at the end of the trilogy. He looks to everyone and calls out their name except Legolas.
Did Legolas ever introduce himself?
I don't think he did.
No,
Exactly.
I mean,
They just
he did at the first council.
I don't
When
think
the
he
fellowship was formed.
I never saw him introduce himself to Frodo. Maybe Frodo forgot the name.
No, he doesn't even look at. He just ignores him. He literally looks to everyone else first.
Which, if you understand it, it makes a little bit of sense because they've had only one immediate interaction. The rest of the time, Legolas never looked at Frodo.
Hold on, while we're on this topic, do you ever think Frodo remembered the people that stuck out for him? I mean, like throughout the whole journey, was he ever like, huh, wonder how Aragorn's doing?
Oh, in the book he definitely does. Like on the way back, he stops by Bree and he sees like old Butterbur. Oh, how you doing, bro? Oh, sees Fatty
That's
Boulder.
what I was gonna say.
That sort of
is
thing. So
there's-
in the books, it's more fleshed out, but yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot in the movies that they just didn't cover because it's like, why do we need to talk about this?
Yeah. Actually, the Twitter also asked why wasn't Arwen at the council when she like saved Frodo, and I was like, oh, that's because she wasn't even there in the book either. So, unless I'm mistaken, but I mean, they do have a little bit of a point, like that. Like I don't know why. It's just now that they mention it, I'm just going to keep thinking about it. Like Jesus Christ, there really was a sausage fest, wasn't it? Not that I have a problem because fucking Lord of the Rings is my top movie of all time.
So you don't have a problem with it. I got you.
Yeah.
Here's a fun fact. Did you know that in the Hobbit books there are no women?
Based.
Based.
Well aware of the fact. Well aware of the fact. Ariel was just put in there.
To give this podcast a timeline, it's not currently Christmas yet, but it's a couple days till. When this posts, it'll already be past Christmas. So I want to talk about it before we skip through it. What are your guys' Christmas wish lists? Like, what do you want for Christmas?
Money.
Good fucking question, actually. Socks, ironically, because my socks keep fucking breaking. Some bitches.
I could make some
Cut your
bitches.
toenails.
My toenails are cut.
Why do your socks keep breaking then, stinky feet?
No, it's not the front that keeps breaking. It's the back. My shoes keep going through them or something.
Huh.
Yeah.
I could make a list, or I could make a chart from the ages that I hated clothes to the ages that I'm asking for clothes. And it's probably been about the last 5 years that I've been like, please, another pair of blue jeans and another pair of 6 plain white t-shirts. I love plain white t-shirts. They go with everything.
Each dimension.
And yeah, I live in the beige dimension. For a little lore for any of you guys, when I moved into my apartment, everything is beige. Everything. They painted everything beige. All the doors are the same color. All the cabinets are the same color. The drawers. They'd have painted over the refrigerator too if they could.
Couldn't turn the light switch because of all the paint on it.
They're literally, the light switch is painted. Like, it's painted beige. My bathroom is beige.
I pulled that out of my ass. I didn't think that was actually the case.
No, literally, the everything is painted beige. And when I moved in here, I showed everybody on my server what my room looked like, and they called it the beige dimension. So now I just live here perpetually, consumed by the beige.
Look, I'm gonna say it. The beige dimension exists as separate rooms within the back rooms, and they're all sectioned off from each other as their own little pocket prisons. All right, you Logan, you're just stuck in one. All right,
you like traversing through the back rooms, horrified because something's hunting you, and then you just like kick open a door and you just see me on my computer. I'm playing like
Get the fuck out of my room! I'm playing Minecraft.
And then I just like slowly walk you out of the back rooms.
Ah, what a hero.
Doors right here. And I was like, I've been stuck in here for 3 years.
It's like, oh no, dude, the exit's that way. You just gotta take a left, and then what's that pair of stairs that goes upside down, backwards, and sideways? Do you remember that art piece? Anyway, it's like that. There's a name. I thought it was more common.
It's an MC Escher painting, but I don't remember what it's called.
MC Escher stairs. All I have to do is say that.
I only know the Family Guy skit that involves it.
Does everything in your life revolve around Family Guy skits and the references?
It does seem today that all I see is violence on the movies and sex on TV.
Ah! Get out of my head! 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 Get out of my head!
No. But for Christmas, since I've moved into this apartment, I've now wanted apartment things. I want a new Keurig machine. I want a new bookshelf because my 2 are already full. Since I got those models,
got all these new bookshelves installed.
Books. Actually, early this week I broke my oven, so I need a new one.
Literally David's situation like last week.
I know.
Well, yeah, I don't know how old your oven was, but mine was older than my dad, who... It's like, yeah, I think this oven's supposed to die eventually, right?
Well, the thing was, I was cooking pork here, and the oven's handle has been a bit shaky over the last few days, after the last few weeks. And all I did was I started to open it, and then boom, the front of it just shatters.
Like the whole front?
Yeah, well, most of the whole front.
All right. Well, have you tried essential oils and praying to the Omnicide?
Yeah, I tried that, but
it's
I'm too fleshy.
Fair enough.
Actually, while we have Dan here, I do have something I would like to. I think this is a perfect time for an episode special. I think this would be a very good way to make this an episode special as well. Two words. Chris Chan.
Oh,
You
oh,
shut
oh,
your
oh.
whore mouth.
oh, Christian.
Oh, is this the
Oh.
episode? Is this the
This
first
is-
episode we go over an hour because we're going to talk about the thing, the myth?
This is
The-
it. That we're doing it. Hold on, I gotta crack open a beer. Give me a
it's
second.
not-
Start.
No.
I need beer. I mean, honestly, it's less the actual individual, but like I would like to discuss just
we're
a
not
bit.
taking a trip to Quickville?
We could if we want to, but like a little bit of background.
Quick trip to fucking Quickville.
I heard that fucking bottle open. That
It's straight Guinness, baby.
Oh shit, that's nice.
Wait, was that an actual bottle cap or a cork?
No, that was a bottle cap. I put the bottle in front of the mic and unsnapped that bad boy right off the
Oh,
cap.
shit.
We're
That's
talking
alpha.
about Chris Chan, baby.
Fuck it, I wish
Alright,
I live
if
right
that's
next to a
the
beer
case,
store, so
give
I
me a
could.
second, because I guess I'll go grab a couple bottles myself.
Fuck, can we like pause so I can like go get some drinks from the store?
Awesome. It's force of habit now. I love it. Anyway, we have our beers. I've already almost finished my one Guinness. What are you drinking, Math?
I got me some export golds, not something nice and simple.
Okay. Calder, are you drinking anything?
I got reds.
Jacob?
Water. I'm doing this
Dan?
sober.
I thought it was pronounced Youngling,
Younglings?
but Youngling's how you say it.
Master Skywalker, there's too many of them. What do we do?
Ka-chink.
He was...
Just him drinking out while watching the kids throw beer bottles at him.
I saw a recording of him. He was killing younglings.
He
He
was
was killing younglings.
he was swinging the back. He was vortexing them.
He was swatting them.
Okay, so
Okay.
for those who don't know
so-
what we're about to talk about, we're going to talk about someone who is the most documented individual in not just internet history, but I'm pretty sure in like history itself,
Yes.
which is both amazing and a bit depressing.
This person is condensed morbid curiosity.
How out? We are of course talking about Christine Weston Chandler.
Also
their
known
pronoun.
as Christian.
Hold on. Regardless of what you want to say, let's talk about
Hold-
what's happening currently.
Hold
Yes,
on,
definitely.
hold on. Let me explain the premise. He is a rapist. He does not deserve respect like that. I'm gonna put it like that.
Okay. Fair enough.
And, if we're gonna go off on this tangent,
Oh, this isn't a tangent. This is the subject.
I know, but I'm talking about like the reason why we're saying what we're saying.
Oh, I feel like we've explained that well enough.
Regardless,
Yeah.
they are currently being held in jail with legal proceedings for incest and I don't know if it's rape or just incest.
It's
Sexual assault.
yeah.
elder abuse probably as well. Maybe a bit of theft too.
Of their mother.
Yep.
Before all of that, Christian Weston Chandler was just a happy, autistic, high-functioning child who had to...
I will state that whoever it was that diagnosed them as high functioning was wrong.
by definition, they are high-functioning. It's
Actually,
just that
just to throw it out there, high functioning and low functioning aren't used anymore, but in the autistic spectrum community, so it's an outdated term.
Yeah,
By-
I was gonna say.
but that's how
the
Chris Chan would
diagnosis
describe
was also
them.
back in like
Yeah.
1995.
Yeah. It's how they describe themselves all the time, though. So it's still accurate. But yeah, just a little disclaimer because it's very touchy subject.
They were a bubbly kid who just wanted to merge their favorite things together: Sonic and Pikachu.
Unhealthy obsessions, right there, if you ask me. But all right.
Yeah.
It was a terribly unhealthy mix of obsession and internet. Because it was okay. Before all of this, please go watch the documentary on YouTube
By Gino
where
Samuel.
Say that one more time.
By Gino Samuel 22. I'm pretty sure that's the username. You
I think
just
it was
look
2.0.
Oh yeah, just look up Chris Chan documentary and you'll find it. It's up to episode 60 or 70 if I'm not
It
mistaken.
is very long. I mean,
Yeah.
this will take you probably like a normal person like weeks
Yeah.
to listen.
And let me make sure we got the timestamp right. Episode 69.
Nice.
Almost
Nice.
70.
Nice.
Okay, we as a Discord have watched every episode almost together. We've all the way until these past couple few together, and it has been quite the journey,
Yeah.
quite the
and-
ride. I think Dan, our guest, has a lot to say about his personal experience
It's very
and
funny.
journey. It's hilarious.
Terrible. I am left screaming, ridden with nasty images. I don't like the person, all right? Terrible human being for the things that have gone on. That if you think there's redeeming qualities about this person, good for you. I can't see but bad in what's gone on.
I would say like they would have had redeeming qualities before what went down. It's just at some point, I've always felt a little bit of sympathy for Chris Chan because on one hand he's a lazy slob who loves fucking things up for themselves, but on the other hand they've been they've had the spotlight on them by all these internet people for like so long. It's
At this point, it's been almost 20 years.
yeah, which is kind of bizarre in itself. Like but at
Like
the same
enough
time-
is enough,
Yeah.
Chris Chan. You have Christina Chandler. Christine. You have to get a hold of yourself. You can't every time you watch a video, every time you hear news about them, they're always blaming their issues on somebody else.
Yep.
They're always saying they made me do it or like why didn't it go through? It's how I expected it to. And at some point, you have to take accountability, you know? At some point, you have to say, I gotta make real money. I have to take my sexual urges out somewhere else. I have to figure it out. The
Yeah.
love quest cannot be hammered into succession in a different mold. You have to take what you originally wanted and seek it.
Just this advice is probably a bit too late now though, because of
I know.
aforementioned.
Oh,
Issues.
yeah, this is all in the context of what could have been.
Yeah. When did I remember like we were watching this was last year where me, Dan, you, and Logan were watching the what is it the
Documentary.
the episodes, and I remember like I think this was like June. I remember waking up and I look on the Discord server and I see it's just on fire with everyone freaking out about the whole incident, and Twitter
Yeah,
was equally on fire with like the hashtag Chris Chan did what.
Yeah,
It was-
and the craziest thing with Twitter is there was a bunch of people who were unaware of Chris Chan's history, like just who they were, any of this. They didn't know the story at all. Just never heard of him.
I love those
Then
memes
suddenly
of the
went,
ones.
what is this subject, Chris Chan, that is, yeah, trending. That was the word I was looking for.
Then they go look into it and they're like, "Eh."
Never again.
They did what? Yeah.
I love the memes about like the jury or the judge or the lawyers having to look through all these videos, and it's just like hell incarnate.
I'm pretty sure it's been confirmed that some of the documentary has been used, not as court evidence, but as subject matter, like to research it.
That is just terrifying.
Because the documentary is very well done. Like it is professionally done.
As much as awful as this is, imagine how many times he's hit the upload button. Just think about it. Every time he's done something personally, he himself. So I'm staring at this image that Jacob put in the podcast references.
We
I
cannot
can't show you guys. We can't show it. It's that bad. It's so bad that it's impossible to post. Anywhere.
Even censored, it's still awful.
He records himself doing these things and then posts them.
Fanta
Hits that post button and then just goes, "Yep."
And the worst thing is, he does it because he thinks there's like a boyfriend-free girl on the other side, when it's like the 20th troll.
as the term he used is boyfriend-free girl. Not single, but boyfriend-free girl.
What about a girlfriend having girl? Does that count? What about I don't know. It just feels like it's very weird term. But yeah.
I'm curious. Do you
Yeah,
think if he
weird
didn't
person.
go through his current downfall saga, you think he'd eventually do OnlyFans?
Don't even go there.
Yeah, he definitely would. If he knew it'd make him money, he would. Remember Boogie had an OnlyFans?
What?
Nikocado
Boogie had an
Avocado
OnlyFans.
has one.
Well, okay, Nikocado, yeah, that's old news.
Actually, the difference is Nikocado's fucking hilarious, and
So the thing about Boogie was that he was in this self-deprecating thing, and I think he had a humiliation fetish.
he does.
Because all he would do was post his like failures and his weird, like, awkward downfalls, and then watch as the internet made fun of him, and then he would keep posting more of that. So I think he had a humiliation fetish, and then he started his OnlyFans.
I think he did
He-
in response to Markiplier doing it.
No, he did this way before
Oh,
Markiplier did it.
Oh, okay. All right, my bad.
And then I think he gets off to the idea of it, but I can't confirm, so I'm just going to leave it as speculation.
Hold
We
on.
already talked about Markiplier's OnlyFans, so I'm gonna pass it on to Dan.
I was gonna say, let's not stray too far away from the. I didn't even want to call it elephant in the room because it's not comparable to such a thing.
Yeah.
So, in Boogie's situation, he has done self-improvement. He's lost weight. He's been doing better for himself.
I've
Looking,
been told that he gained it back though.
he didn't lose a lot of weight. Like, comparable to what he used to weigh, which is almost 400 pounds, he's lost a ton of weight.
He was over 400 pounds.
Point in case.
Yeah, he was. I want to say before he had his surgery done, he was like 460, 450 pounds, and he dropped down to like fucking like 312 in a few months.
Again, that's a whole person.
And I think after a year, he was at like 280.
I think the difference is, though, the main thing is, well, aside from Boogie's recent crypto fuck-up, he, also arguably Wings of Redemption, Nikocado Avocado, who's just trolling, and a few others, the difference with them
Okay.
is that they at least have their life
Is Nick
together.
actually trolling though?
Yeah, he's definitely playing a character. Watch his, he did a collab with, like, Oompa
With
Loompa or
Oompa?
something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe that it's exaggerated.
Yeah, it's definitely exaggerated, but it's just, it's way too... The guy's not being serious. It's so obvious, in my opinion. But but my thing is, like, the difference with them is that they have somewhat had themselves sorted. They're not fucking living with their
They know-
parents.
They know their parts.
Yeah, like Nikocado Avocado's making bank, Boogie's just doing what he's doing, and Wings of Redemption still has his life together, more or less. But Chris Chan is just... they've just had a shit deal in life, and they just keep going on the wrong way about it.
Yeah, it was they were the example of early enough on in the saga. You could have said, yeah, they got a shit deal. They're not handling it well. People aren't helping them.
Yeah.
There was so many chances, though. So many opportunities
don't know how to handle
turn
them.
it around.
Yeah, it's just, and it's not even just on him. It's just, like, I will say, like, up until last year, I did feel bad for Chris Chan. Like, I sympathized, like, because not only was he surrounded by yes men, trolls, his parents, and, you know, and his inability to learn from things, it's just he never got the facilities to, well, they never got the facilities to cope and handle it. You know, it's just, they just never had a chance, in my opinion, and it just got worse because they were given unlimited internet access and went from there. But like, obviously, it also gets to the point when you realize some people just get beyond help, and that's the issue as well, in my opinion.
And at the end of it all, no matter how you feel, if you sympathize, you feel bad, pity, hate, at the end of it all, it was fucking entertaining as shit to watch.
It was a bit. It was.
You can't deny it.
At the end of it all, he still fucked his mom.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay. Thanks for following my comment up with that one, Logan. Fuck you.
It was so funny because
I am not letting my parents listen to this episode.
Like, oh yeah, he was so funny to watch. Yeah, he fucked his mom. Dude, come on!
Logan, David, at the end of the day, he ate his vegetables. Let's just keep that in mind.
No!
At the end of the day, he ate his vegetables.
Yep.
I hate you guys. This is my last episode. I don't want to hear that shit again. I'm not letting any of my mates or any of my mates who are sane, any of my parents listen to this shit, just so I can have somewhat of a social reputation.
Oh my god.
My parents listen to this.
I'm sorry. Do you guys?
Hi, Matt's parents.
I'm gonna apologize for everyone in advance for this joke.
Oh no.
What do you guys think is Chris Chan's favorite dessert?
No.
Cream pie!
Rhubarb
No.
pie.
It's.
Ah!
I thought you were gonna say like fart cake or something.
I saw that joke.
I was going to say like a salted or something.
You think he finishes it with a shot of Fanta?
I mean, yeah. How else are you gonna get the salty taste out?
I feel terrible that I even brought up this subject. This is on me.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Oh man, Chris Chan, my man.
And see, it's a circle. We talk about a man or a human and their failings, and Math has owned up to the fact that he brought this upon himself.
In fairness, this is also how the Dan hunting for math arc also began. It was when we were watching an episode of the documentary.
And you were live streaming yourself.
Oh yeah, no,
Oh, yeah.
I like
forgot
recording
you
my
did that.
reactions. Yeah, you know, I did. That was when I had my other computer. You know, it was just like I just wanted everyone to see my facial reactions, just because I thought it'd be funny. And then I was looking at myself in the camera, and this was when I had long hair still, and I was like, wait, I
And
look a bit.
Dan went, damn.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna put my I'm gonna take a picture of me in the same pose that Math was in for our episode 2. For one of
just
our episodes, and I'm gonna
sad
post
in a
myself.
chair.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Except it's not going to be against a chair. It's probably going to be like up against my car or something. Just like sad Logan.
Oh
and
yeah.
It's going to be me on the episode where I. It's all about me and my obsessions. That episode dropped, by the way. I was listening to it.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's episode 3. Episode 3 is not our strongest, but episode 4 is banging.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, episode 4. If any of you guys listen to any episode, make sure it's 2 and 4.
Yes, sir.
2 is when we're confident, 4 is when we get it.
We got
5, we have our first guest.
Hold
Yes.
on. For reference, I was told that in the first episode, I was referenced.
Yep.
You were referenced.
What was the reference? Because I never got that far. Because a bunch
Yay.
of shit would
It
work.
was you hunting for Matt's pussy.
Told you.
Why do we?
Why do we call it that?
I
Why do we call it
Pussy.
Matt's pussy?
yeah, it's, you know
I mean, what else
just-
are we gonna call it?
It is quite the bussy.
Pussy is
You
the
would know.
femboy term, Math.
Yeah.
You're our femboy.
Oh,
What do you want to just call it? Chocolate donut?
This is your this is your moment. This is your time.
The snail
Alright.
shell? Quivering rabbit nostril?
I know what I must. I know what I must do. That didn't work out at all. I thought it would work. Alright.
Ooh woo.
You do cat ears, and that's over for you, buddy.
Oh, fuck.
Now you do cat ears, and it's over.
Oh.
Here's it's over.
Hey, if you ever want to make a quick buck, I'm sure Dan will send you some money to wear a bunny suit.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean-
Actually, I wonder if I can get one of our old Discord buddies to send me that what was it? Fan story? What are they called?
No!
Fiction. No, no, wait, no,
Fan
no,
fiction.
no.
Yeah, fan
No,
fiction.
That is stop right there.
No.
That exists.
For the love of
That still
God.
exists.
You cannot. And I mean, like, that is unsafe for... That's not even, like, unsafe for work. That's unsafe for
Anybody.
anything.
Dog, if I request that, I'm gonna have to explain that to God.
Yeah.
This-
and
this
if-
video-
I'm gonna
is-
die,
if
go
that-
up there, and he's gonna be like, "All right, you like killed a bunch of people. All right, you burned down an orphanage. What is this?"
Yeah, if you have that... If you read that on an episode of any kind, that's gonna have to be put behind, like, a Patreon wall.
Yeah, I'm gonna
The
read it
only
behind a
reason I would
Patreon
share
wall.
that with anybody is if they were paying money specifically to hear it.
I think.
Hold on,
I think-
hold on, Logan. I'll make a deal with you.
All right.
You make an OnlyFans just to read that, followed by a meeting of me and Math. That's it.
What do you mean by this?
Ooh.
Wait,
ooh,
wait,
okay.
wait,
What?
Dan, wait.
That could
What
make
do you
bank.
mean by
Ooh.
this?
They said Patreon, not OnlyFans.
I
You
know.
just said
that was
OnlyFans.
the idea, because OnlyFans is the one that's making the most money right now.
Fair,
good point. That's a good
true,
point, actually.
but why?
I could
Why does the reading of that fan fiction have to follow up with you and Matt
For
meeting
content.
on OnlyFans?
For content, baby.
That's
It's
just
content.
dangerous.
It's not for personal
This
use.
this episode
It's
is
for
going to be what
content.
tanks me and Jacob's social
So what?
reputation.
You are willing to meet up with Dan so he can fuck you just for content?
No.
Yes.
See, I believe Jake to be truthful.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, I believe Math would do it.
Yeah,
For
Matt
the
is in
views,
denial.
baby.
You know, everybody's got to experiment one time.
I would have done experiment.
We're not gonna get into that this episode unless you want to.
No.
Let me.
Nothing
let
much
me open
happened,
up a-
so
Yeah, I
Let
feel
me-
like that's a little off subject matter. We can get into that another time.
another time.
We'll
AKA
save it
never.
for another
It
day.
wasn't even that good, so you know, nothing important.
Yeah, I wouldn't like Chris Chen that much either. I don't know how you got in that room.
Fucking A.
Who do you think took that picture in our podcast references that you guys probably can't see?
Hey. Okay, I don't like your tone.
Whoa! Wait a minute there, buddy.
I don't like that color on you.
Wait, what?
You're going to wear the tight
Um,
little red dress.
Okay, just back to sanity or insanity. I see Jacobs posted the Chris Chan mugshot or the 9 months one, which is actually interesting because if you follow the court case along, I think like the first hearing, what Chris Chan did was demand his toys loudly. Like he was just he was interrupting like the judge, his own lawyer, just going, "I want my toys." He wanted to go back home to get his toys. Like as if he didn't
they let
understand he was in fucking no. Of course they didn't let him. He's in prison.
Fair
Yeah, in
enough.
prison.
Well, he wasn't in prison. He was in jail.
If they were in jail, yeah. But, like, still, the fact is, I don't think Christian has a grasp of the situation they're in. This isn't like, the Wallflower, where... Or, like, getting banned from the game place. This isn't like Megan Schroeder. I don't think they realise just how much trouble they're in. They think they're going to be back home and everything's going to go back the way it is. No, they're probably going to be... Even if they don't go to jail, even if they don't get sentenced, they're probably going to have to register, even if they don't get convicted, I should say, or like sent to prison. They're probably going to have to register as like a fucking sex offender or something, and
will be a registered sex offender, and will be, what's the word?
On the
Motherfucker.
list.
Admitted to an asylum of some sort.
Oh, definitely.
Regardless, this
It's-
individual is very dear to us, and we hope that more episodes come out, more updates.
Yeah, we're invested. Unfortunately, we're part of the ship, part of the crew.
We are.
Whoa,
in it.
whoa! You can't reference that.
Yeah, you
Reference
can.
what?
We already have several times on this podcast.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
yeah.
Not by name, but we've always referenced it.
No, I'm pretty sure we have.
Well,
we've
no,
name dropped it.
no,
We've
yeah,
name dropped it.
I've mentioned it by name because
Yeah.
I mentioned it and you were like, "Whoa, can't name drop that early."
We're talking about iFunny, ladies and gentlemen, just for the record. Just, the cursed
For, like-
app.
The third episode in a
yes.
row, iFunny.
Yeah.
If you ever wanted to sorry, a little
Get your data
little
mined
buzzed.
by Russian bots or something.
Take your mental health on the highway going 90 miles an hour and just crank it into park. That's how you're gonna do it.
Yes, sir. Oh, fuck. I'm back. Okay, so how about we just... Let's move on to another topic, because I feel like me and Jacob's reputation will tank after this if my parents ever hear of it.
How's your pro wrestling
Oh,
going,
yeah, it's,
by the way?
Actually, yeah, it's been going pretty good. We had our last show on, last Saturday, I think it is now? Yeah. Saturday, which was just the final house show, Super Saturday, and then we had a, some awards, and then a bit of a drink up afterwards, which was a great time. It was actually, it's been going pretty good. They've had me refereeing a few of the shows, so actually doing the count and shit, all that stuff. And learning moves. We had this guy from England called Ringo Ryan, who was actually in WWE NXT UK for a little while, and knows he's actually I'm pretty sure he's a friend of William Regal, who is one of the greatest wrestling minds in the business. And so that was. Oh yeah, I started learning. I started pro wrestling school back in October, WWE wrestling, that sort of thing.
So, for reference and research purposes. Research purposes.
What?
Am I the only one making this joke here? Either that or David and Logan are sitting there laughing behind their mics.
No idea what you're talking
No, I have
about.
no idea what you're talking about.
I'm not going to go into that because that's like a separate conversation for a separate day.
Right. But yeah, no, it's been pretty good. It's just been. I don't know. I felt a lot better mentally since I started doing it. Found good people, learning from the best. And it's just, yeah, can't wait to get back into it.
Have you actually slammed anybody yet?
Yeah, I did a slam on someone doing just a little practice session, just when we were doing holds and stuff. I did a snapmare, which is flipping them over my shoulder and they land on their back, that sort of thing. It's just a transitional move, so you can get them into a headlock. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly.
Okay, are we doing is it Olympic style wrestling or is it WWE?
Yeah,
wrestling?
WWE.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I used to
Theatrics.
do the Olympic style wrestling back in my day.
I mean, that's a good base. I mean, Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle, that's how they started before they became pro wrestlers.
I wasn't too bad at it. I just I got a ringworm. That's very common, so I just decided not to continue anymore.
Oh, yeah?
But I was all right at it. I have the perfect figure for it. I'm pretty dense.
Yeah. I actually need to hit the gym and get my muscles up as well.
Hey, Matt,
Oh,
do you
speaking
think
of which,
you'd,
Dan, you work out, right?
I was going to say, do you reckon you'd wrestle Chris Chan?
Definitely. They don't have any muscles at all. They're just fat.
Yeah, it's getting in contact with them.
Yeah, no, if I touched them, I'm pretty sure my fingers would dissolve, but,
Oh, if they end up somehow being acquitted for their charges and they could just walk out scot-free, on this podcast, I'm going to contact him and see if I could wrestle him.
That I wouldn't recommend it, personally. Just, I think we should just leave him alone. Just...
Well, no, it's not going to be mean. It's just going to be in all lighthearted fun,
I know,
Spend
but
a day
then
with
you're...
Chris Chan.
I mean, could be cool, but, at the same time, do we want to do that? Just,
Yes.
Not to be mean, I just want to be involved, you know? I want to be in
but
it.
I don't think being involved in the Chris Chan saga worked out for anyone in the end. Like especially imagine being Blue Spike. Like, imagine having to tell your kids, "Oh, yo, I made a autistic guy shove his medallion up his ass by pretending to be a."
I never said I would do that. It would just be like.
I know, but still, I'm not.
I do not see the comparison being fair.
I know it's. It's.
I can live with myself and tell my kids that I wrestled Chris Chan.
Because I mean, Liquid Chris is a very accomplished doctor now.
Yeah. Oh, he is, isn't he?
I went to go grab some dinner because my mom made soup. For reference, I'm visiting my parents for Christmas.
Oh, nice. Actually, let's go to that. What are our Christmas plans?
Oh yeah, we did talk about Christmas plans.
It was just a Christmas list.
I got 3 Christmases to go to. One of them is my family's, and then I got to go to. Actually, I have 4 because I have to go to both of my grandparents' sides, and I have to go to my girlfriend's family as well as my own family. Actually, 5 because I have my own too. I do my own little one now that I'm here in my own apartment.
Oh,
I have my own little Christmas tree set up and everything. It'll be fun.
Wow.
What do y'all got going?
Oh, I'm going up to I'll be going up north to Otaki to spend Christmas with my family. Well, we're all going up there, and also extended family will be there too. Then I'll probably head back and have a jolly old time. It should be fun. Just that's pretty much all I'm doing.
Okay. What about you,
You're asking me.
Jacob?
Literally
what about you,
nothing.
Jacob?
It's going to be a nice, quiet one.
No family.
No bitches.
All my extended family are either not in the country or dead.
Ah,
Damn.
fair enough. To be fair, I think all of us have millions of dead relatives just so far up the chain.
That's true.
I mean, I'm going to be spending most of my Christmas break here in Texas, and then Sunday, the talk is Christmas Day going over to my granny's house in Mississippi, spending a day or 2 over there and coming back.
Ah, that'd be nice. Mississippi is a good place.
Where I grew up was a good place. North and Mississippi, not so much.
Mississippi Queen, if you know what I mean.
Now, for reference, I grew up a block off the beach, right? If you've heard of Biloxi, where I grew up is Gulfport, which is right next to it. Plenty of casinos. They're not on the land. They're actually sitting out on the water because you can't have the casinos on the land.
Huh.
Yeah, the little loophole right there.
The only Arkansas, at least the area I'm in, doesn't allow casinos. So you have to go straight into Oklahoma to get to the casinos. And it's literally on the border. Like, if they were an inch to the right or an inch to the east, they would be in Arkansas. They're that close. It's nuts.
I only live a few miles away from reservation, so casino's not far.
Speaking of which, my area was dry for the longest time. I lived in a dry county. And people used to complain, or they used to say they loved the times they had to take road trips out to Oklahoma or Missouri to grab their alcohol. Those are always funny. Because you can buy them in gas stations or in Walmarts.
Man, I hate for one reason alone. That's where I went to basic training for the U.S. Army. Terrible.
Oh, I forgot to mention. Am I allowed to say this information, Dan?
You can say that I'm in the military. I can't talk about what I work on.
Okay, I was going to say that our guest is in the military. That's all we can really say. Go U.S. military.
God bless America.
God, there you go. We'll make Americans out of you too yet.
No, fuck, we're gonna get fat.
Y'all are
I'm going to fucking New Zealand.
y'all are gonna get edumacated.
Oh no.
I gotta get
No oil here.
Mississippi education.
Grand down south Mississippi education. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Catch a ride.
I tell you what, if you ain't dry smoking your brisket and not dry for damn near 20 hours, you ain't doing brisket right. Mm-mm.
That was not English.
That's actually correct.
Okay, 20 hours? That's crazy.
I've seen these videos of people dry aging their steaks for like weeks.
Oh, dry aging. I thought you said smoking. I was like,
I said
Jesus,
dry.
dude.
I meant dry aging, but I could have said smoking in my ramblings. Let me tell you a true Arkansas saying, and that's can't eat no pig without barbecue sauce. That means you put sauce on everything. You put barbecue like you just put barbecue sauce on pulled pork sandwiches. You put it on burgers. You put it on toast. You put it on eggs. You put it in your coffee sometimes. Put it everywhere.
Hold on. If you don't put barbecue sauce on your pulled pork, I'm gonna think you're an insane fucking person.
Sometimes you don't need it. If you do pulled pork like in a slow cooker or in like a crock pot, and it's already naturally just stupid juicy, you don't need barbecue sauce with it.
I love how the longer you talked about pulled pork, your accent got stronger.
Let me give you the recipe right now. Write this down.
I'm not going to, but okay.
Let me pull out my notes real quick.
No, because I know Logan will do it. So you get your pork loin, some Uncle Chris's steak seasoning, and Uncle Chris's steak seasoning.
Uncle Chris Chan.
Okay.
Oh god.
Using pork loin instead of rump roast.
Yeah,
pork loin's delicious.
No, it's good. I'm just saying for pulled pork.
Yeah, we use pork loins.
That good old roast.
When you cut it up, season both sides, you lay it in the crock pot and all that. And then, here's the thing. You take a cup of coffee and you pour it on top, and then you let it slow cook overnight.
Alright, I got that typed out.
And then you drain it. And then what we do is we use Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. Mix it all together, and then you start sandwiches together. Preferably like hamburger buns or sweet Hawaiian roll buns.
Ooh, I got some sweet Hawaiian rolls that I gotta cook up soon.
See, I'm more of a Carolina barbecue sauce kind of person. I like that vinegar base.
I can understand that.
Yeah, I get that.
As long as it's not
mustard and vinegar.
As long as it's not the Alabama light sauce, we will not have a problem. They keep that in the family if you don't know what I'm talking about.
I mean, they keep a lot more than that in the family.
What do you think the white sauce is, huh? It's family secret.
I like the white vinegar sauce. It's good.
Oh no.
Mustard.
Oh, mustard.
Mustard.
Now, I'm thinking about that stupid video. Guy calls him on his phone. He just goes, "Hello."
Is your refrigerator working?
Mustard, and then he squirts mustard into the phone. And it gets the other guy in the face.
Oh yeah, I love that video.
That's a good shit post.
Speaking of one last thing before we officially end this episode. David, do you have like a Californian accent you can do, or is it just straight up your voice is your voice and you can't alter it anymore?
There is no accent here.
They're white.
Like based on like the California accent is this neutral tone.
Okay.
That is what
neutral.
California is known for. Like obviously there's the surfer dude bro stereotype.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah. But for the most part, California is known for having this neutral, no strong accent. And that is our accent. That's why a lot of people who, like news reporters and such, they learn from people here in California how to neutralize whatever accent they have so they can enunciate and very clearly give their reports.
Talking on accents really quick, would you say there is a strong difference between Southern, Western, Southern country and Louisiana itself?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. What's the Louisiana accent sound like?
It's Cajun, isn't it? French,
Creole. Like Cajun and Creole are actually two different things. Creole is you're born within the city limits of New Orleans. That's in Louisiana, and Cajun is pretty much anywhere outside of New Orleans.
Yeah, because Creole comes from Haiti, pretty sure.
The language of Creole does originate from Haiti, yes.
Which also derives from French.
French colony.
Yep, and then there's like the deep Bayou Cajun.
Oh yeah, I've got plenty of family that actually sound like that.
Though, if for anyone who is unfamiliar, that is the most deranged accent I would say that comes out of the United States.
You can't hardly understand it, but it sounds a little bit like this with a little bit of that.
That's like where you'll hear parodies of it. It's like, I got the best friend this side of fucking Mississippi. It's actually, it can get to the point of just unintelligible if you don't speak it.
Like that.
Yeah, like if you ever watched The Waterboy, there's the groundskeeper for the high school.
Hold on, I got some quotes to say in the funny Southern. These come straight out of TikTok, but they got them real well. It's like Tic Tac. Teacher threw me off the academic team for having crawdads in my pocket. I gotta wait for it to go.
Oh,
so
it's all of those?
I said I will. Just more time for hole digging, I reckon. I seen a million of them bullets go by a while ago at the mall. And you know what's sad? I bet you ain't one of them that really means it. Baby, I need you like the long drag off a cigarette before I step in the grocery. And by the time I'm 2 steps out, I need to light you up again.
I know what you're talking about.
I love these so much. I say them just about every time I see them.
So,
I seen a man pull out a pair of nunchucks one time at the pool hall.
there's that, and then there's the more eloquent, rich
Heard
people.
that Apple's at the Arby's the other day. I said, "Paul, that ain't gonna slow me down none."
I love those so much. That funeral home preacher tried to throw me out for bringing in alcohol. I said, son, if people couldn't drink and get naked at my funeral, I don't know if I'd even care to die.
They're so good.
Hold on. Let me say this. Excuse me, sir. Can you please pass me over that Kool-Aid? And can you please pass me over that rib? I'm a little hungry. Understand what I'm saying?
By the way, the Caldor quote was, I told my grandboy there was a hepatitis A outbreak down there at the Arby's. He said, Papa, that ain't gonna slow me down then.
Papa? Is it Papa or Papa? Which one are you saying?
It's Papa, but I said Papa.
Papa.
My stepboy done good on his grades, so I held up my end of the deal. He gets to pick out the R-rated movie of his choice. I fucking love this chud of a kid.
I love you. I'm praying for you every day. Now, please go get me that red book. The one with the very chiseled man and the long hair. Yeah, that one. I got my page saved in that one.
My mama drank an entire road crew in Vico, Kentucky one time.
There's the accents of the South and Louisiana vary so much between each other. It's amazing.
Like, you can't even specify Louisiana, just the South in general. Like, from Louisiana,
Southern
Alabama,
drawl
Mississippi, Missouri, Tennessee, Kentucky, Florida. They all sound different.
So, Arkansas sounds kind of like this. Hey, y'all. Sounds like that.
So, I'm going to say it this way. How do you say oil? Oil.
Oil.
No.
Oil.
I said oil, and then I said oil.
Oil.
Say oil.
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 Yeah, with the different accents, you'd have, like, Earl, oil.
Earl?
Interesting.
Oil.
Oil.
My dad being in Slaughter, Louisiana. Instead of saying orange, he says orange.
Yeah, it's like the one video of those guys is like with a Baltimore accent trying to say air and urn
Air-
and iron urn. And it
Iron,
just
iron,
comes out.
iron, iron.
Yeah, urn,
Yeah.
iron.
Which one do you think is more recognizable, Boston or New York?
Boston.
Yeah, most people mistakenly do a Boston accent for New York.
Hey, we're walking here.
You just
Hey, I'm
peeked the mic.
Yeah.
Hey,
very
I'm
close.
walking in.
Oh man, well, a southern drawl just sounds kind of like this when you put it into perspective.
Does
It really just encases the
Need
soul
more
of the
beans for the
South.
chowder here.
New
My
Zealand. I don't think New
granddaddy
Zealand
served
really
him
has.
ham.
Needs more beans.
I don't think New Zealand really has much of an
son,
accent
where'd
going
you
on.
find this?
Okay, you cannot say that New Zealand doesn't have much.
No,
of
you
an
guys
accent.
sound like
No, we do
British
have an
people.
accent, yeah, but there's
don't have it.
there's not much of a variation. I don't have it, but like
Well, no, 'cause
actual New Zealanders, but there's I'm
yeah,
not too
I
sure if
was
there's much of
gonna
a
say.
variant. Because you know, like you got like all your different accents in America and shit. Like I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it's just like one accent here in New Zealand.
Well, that's the case for most other.
Okay, well,
countries.
episode 2, we remembered that you are only double the size of Arkansas.
That is true.
So I wouldn't imagine a whole. I mean, don't you guys have like a native population there? I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah,
they
we
have
do.
Their own
Oh, they
accent.
like yeah. If you hear like fuck, Jacob, just say the word for me.
Maori.
Yeah, I can't say it
Maori.
right. Yeah, if you hear one of them speak and you can tell.
One of them. God damn.
Damn it!
Damn,
I can't. I
And
can't
what did
say
you
Maori.
mean by this?
Yep.
Yeah, so you have at least 2.
Yeah.
I'd say Caldor, or David, sorry. You probably just have like a standard American, I'd call it.
American.
Well, that's what most people outside of the country would say. Yeah.
That's because everybody has an accent. It's just where you're at.
they picture
Yeah.
California as the standard accent, and then they actually get here.
We actually have a lot of people here have an Oklahoma or Washington accent. Because of the Dust Bowl.
All right, fellas. Currently, we are out of time. Wrap it up, Math.
Okay, thanks once again for listening to the Kiwi Burgers podcast. A special thank you to Dan for taking time to come on to this episode and risk his
Just normal
sanity.
thanks. He doesn't deserve anything special.
Yeah. Thank
Hey,
you,
fuck
fuck
us, I
you,
guess.
good night.